Okay, teaching and unteaching, learning and unlearning, and how it relates to the martial arts. Well, the general concept is that you take a class, you get a teacher, you get an instructor, you get a coach, whatever, and you learn things from them. You learn how to do techniques, you learn what to do, you learn what not to do, you learn how to be more efficient. Those are all examples of teaching and examples of learning. That's what everybody thinks happens. And it is what happens to some extent. But the other side of the coin is unteaching. The teacher sometimes is an unteacher more than a teacher, or at least just as much as a teacher. And the student is an unlearner more, or at least equal to learning. What that means is, for example, some people come in and they come in with a thought of, I can't do that. That person can do that, but I can't do that. I can't get a black belt in jiu-jitsu or whatever. And it's the teacher's job to make them unlearn that, to unteach them that. And that's a big part of teaching, and it's a big part of learning as a student. Other things teachers have to unteach. People think that they need to use muscles instead of leverage, distancing, angles. Use leverage in grappling versus using their muscular strength, which is something that keeps diminishing, whereas leveraging doesn't. And so you have to teach, you have to unlearn that, and they have to unteach that fact that they have to use muscle, or that they think is a fact. People come in with self-imposed limits on themselves, on what they can and can't do, and that has to be untaught and unlearned. A lot of people think that they come to class and learn, and the instructor has to unteach that thought that, that they coming to class is only part of it, that they need to practice on their own. I had a teacher that said for every hour in class, you should do 2 hours on your own. Attitude matters. That's another thing. A lot of times people think that the attitude isn't that important, but you have to unteach that. And a lot of people come in and they say, I'm this, I'm that, I'm fast, I'm slow, I'm big, I'm short, well, the short thing might be might be factual, but a lot of these things are just beliefs. They're just thoughts. They're not really things that they are. They're what they see themselves as, and they create limitations on themselves. So we have to unteach a lot of these limiting beliefs and limiting ideas. So the teacher's job, 50% of the time, really is teaching. It's teaching them what to do. And 50% of the time, it's unteaching all the things that they already believe that limit themselves. And from the student's perspective, it's learning half of the time. But it's also unlearning all those bad ideas and bad habits and bad everything that you pick up along the way. So as an instructor and as a student, don't ignore the other side, or you're ignoring 50% of your training. 50% is learning new things, but 50% is unlearning all the garbage that you have that isn't helping you progress. Well, I hope you found that helpful, and if you can like, share, and subscribe, that would be great. Thanks a lot.